Good evening, and welcome to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen meeting for City of Fayetteville. This is our regular monthly meeting, November the 14th, 2023. I call the meeting to order at this time. First up, we're going to have our prayer and pledge tonight. Saying our prayer is Brother Eric Reynolds from the South Fayetteville Church of Christ. And saying our pledge tonight, we welcome homeschooler 9th grader Marie Smith. If you would come forward at this time, please stand.
Let's pray. O Lord, our Lord, how excellent is your name in all the earth. We are so grateful, Lord, to be able to speak to you at this time. We're thankful for a beautiful fall evening here in Tennessee. We're thankful, Lord, that you blessed us in so many ways, including that we can live in this great land. We pray, Lord, for the leaders of our nation and for our state, and even for the leaders of our county and city. We pray that you would bless them as they conduct the business of the meeting of this hour. Bless them with wisdom and knowledge, and bless them that they would put the needs and wants and desires and what's best of their constituency even ahead of themselves. And help us all, Lord, as we go throughout life to seek to do what's best for others and to have the kind of loving, serving heart that we see in your Son, our Savior, Jesus. In his name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'll ask the board if you have had a chance to look at the agenda and are there any changes or corrections? Hearing none, the agenda will stand. Also in your package, you have the regular monthly meetings for October the 10th, 2023. Are there any corrections? Hearing none, these minutes will stand as written. Now, at this time of our meeting, we have our public comments. We had 2 individuals to sign up to speak tonight. This is a 2-minute session that you have. There's a timer at the podium. And this is a time that you express your views. It's not question and answer with the board. It's a short period of time, so you can express your views with an item that is related to the agenda. So first up tonight, we have Drew Young. Good evening.
Thank you. Board of Mayor and Aldermen, fellow citizens, my name's Drew Young. I appreciate the time to speak. We have a lot of folks here tonight, some with opposing opinions in regards to allowing poultry and other animals to be kept in the city. When our country was first established, there were a lot of opposing views about whether we should have a strong national government or more responsive local city governments, smaller governments. The New Jersey plan and the Virginia plan were proposed. And as you know your history, Mr. Roger Sherman came up with the great compromise that created the federal government that we know today. I've spoken to many people in the last week. Many are concerned about how this decision will affect our children, 4-H, FFA, our schools, individuals and families providing for their own sustenance. properties designed for small-scale agriculture, livestock shows at the Lincoln County Fair, agricultural education days at our high schools, Ralph Askins, and Farm City Day. During the First World War, our federal government actually encouraged citizens to keep backyard chickens. It was believed that this was a patriotic duty and enabled personal food security. In an age when we're promoting things such as farm to table, first Saturdays, and shop local, why would we not promote self-sufficiency? I truly believe that a compromise can be reached in this matter. In the immortal words of Mr. Roger Sherman, sad will be the day when American people forget their traditions and their history. I'm confident that we can work out a compromise and that this matter can be resolved once and for all. Thank you for your time and your attention.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Drew.
Next up, we have Johnny Pitcock with Farm Bureau.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, Board of Aldermen. I'd like to take the time also to thank you for your time to hear us speak and for your service. My name is Johnny Pitcock. I'm here on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Lincoln County Farm Bureau. At our board meeting last night, we discussed this and the board was unanimous against the amendment of the ordinance because of livestock. You know, we do have several farmers and family here and businesses in the city with, you know, our stockyards, our animal clinic. We feel like this could affect them down the road if we ban all livestock. So, you know, the board did oppose the amendment. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Johnny.
And at this time, we're going to do the oath of office for firefighter Dustin Ward. If our Dustin Ward will come forward and she can. Okay, if you will, raise your right hand and repeat after me. You have it on your paper. I, Dustin Ward,
I, Dustin Ward,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America and that the state of Tennessee,
that I will obey the laws and ordinances of the city of Fayetteville,
that I will obey the laws and ordinances of the city of Fayetteville,
that I will protect the life and property of its citizens,
that I will protect the life and property of its citizens,
and that I will familiarize myself with and be obedient to the rules and regulations
and that I will familiarize myself with the obedience of the rules and regulations,
and I will faithfully serve the city of Fayetteville in the discharge of my duties
and I will faithfully serve the city of Fayetteville in the discharge of my duties
as a member of the Fayetteville Fire Department to the best of my knowledge and ability.
as a member of the Fayetteville Fire Department to the best of my knowledge and ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you.
Real quick, Dustin, I'd like to say one thing if you don't mind. Hey, buddy, I applaud you for your journey that you're fixing to go upon. I might be seeing you a couple of times out in the field. I tell you, this is a hard job. It's a job that is very fulfilling and it's very rewarding. But I hope that you are 100% in your community, 100% in yourself and family, because that's what this job means most to anybody in this community. So I applaud you for the things that you are wanting to do with your career, and I look forward to seeing how far your career goes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, tonight we have with us to give the report is the Fayetteville Lincoln County Chamber of Commerce, Director Carolyn Denton.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to be here tonight. We have the 31st annual Fayetteville Host for Christmas Past is in the books. It was a huge success. We had beautiful weather. The crowd was up. It's grown every year since the pandemic. We were very pleased with that. I think all the merchants are pleased and the vendors were all pleased that participated. I would like to take this opportunity to thank some folks that were instrumental in helping with host. Our oversight committee, who is made up of Christy Gentry, our co-chair, Carol Foster, who also serves as the event chairman, Jennifer Swindle, who also serves as the sponsorship chair, and Trish Bolden, who is also the vendor chair. And then we have subcommittees, Kobe Templeton, who was our safety coordinator, Sandra Arnold was in charge of music on the bandstand, Dan Owen, who is overseeing the luminaries with the 4-H, Jill Story, who helped us with the coordination of the neighborhood for the luminaries, and on social media was Drian Newton and Erica Smith, and also all of the city departments that helped us this year. Everybody was on board with it. Of course, you all were helping with supplying or paying for the shuttle that we had, the 2 shuttles, and then all of the departments, Public Works, the police, fire, IT, and the rec department. Thank you all so much for everything that you all did. And then we had many community organizations that were involved. We had over 50 vendors, and each vendor had to in some way monetarily benefit a local nonprofit. So there were many people that were helped financially through Host, and also hundreds of volunteers that pitched in to help with all of these organizations. So thank you all. It's truly a community event, so we do appreciate everyone's help. Our Chamber Education Committee held mock interviews at Lincoln County High School today. We had business leaders who conducted the interviews and seniors who participated. I've heard that at least one of the students was hired in a part-time position, so we're looking forward to the spring interviews at Lincoln County High School again, and then also the Fayetteville City. So if anyone would like to participate in that, we'll be getting the word out soon, those dates, and we'd love to have you to participate. Our annual banquet kicked off our new year in October. Our president is Erica Smith. President-elect is Shannon Neal. Our treasurer is Jason Hambrick. Secretary is Mary Beth Seals. And past president is Aaron Mills. And also at our banquet, we announced winners that were nominated and voted on by our membership. Individual of the year was Sheriff Joyce McConnell. Nonprofit member of the year is the Fabulous 50s Foundation, and business of the year is Buckley Farm. So congratulations to all of them. Our next week, our committee for the Governor's Volunteer Stars Awards will be selecting the recipient for that award. That will be an adult recipient and a youth recipient, so we'll be announcing that soon. Today I attended, along with Amy, a small business mentorship workshop, and I'm sure in the coming weeks you'll be hearing more about that, and we may tap some of you to help out with some aspiring startup businesses that you can use your expertise to help us with that, like banking maybe. And then Thursday, our Student Advisory Board will be touring Hieratech. And we have already begun work with Representative Marsh's office with Hamburger Day on the Hill. And the date that you can put down on your calendar is March the 27th of 24. So we're looking forward to starting the year off with a lot of events.
Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Next on the agenda, Fayetteville Main Street, Director Amy Bird.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank y'all for having me tonight. We have been very busy since August, and I always say that. I'll try to go quickly through this. We concluded our first Saturday season in October. Those run April to October, so we put on 7 first Saturdays this year. Between the 7, we had a total of 459 vendors. So props to Stephanie Britt for organizing all of those vendors every month to where they wanted to be on the square. Also to our board, thank y'all so much for working the check-in and setting out markers. And it's a lot of work each and every month, but our whole board pulls together and does a great job pulling it off. Thank you to Mr. Owens and Mayor Hartman for opening the municipal building for restrooms each month. We could not have done that without y'all, without criticism. So thank y'all so much. And since August also, we have celebrated with 8 confetti pops. That doesn't just include new businesses, it's also new locations, new owners, and anniversaries at businesses. We've had this year 6 Love Thy Neighbor mixers since May. And what those, each month a business hosts a Love Thy Neighbor mixer. And it's a great way for businesses to get together, to learn about each other's businesses, what's working for them, what's not working for them, and share resources each and every month. We became a community partner for Smart Start Tennessee to help small businesses start up. We can connect them with the tools that they need, all the way from financing to writing business plans and things of that nature whenever you're getting ready to start a business. And then there's also resources for existing businesses. We sold 202 courthouse ornaments. So we have 48 courthouse ornaments left. I'm not sure if y'all have seen those. They're made by the same company that produces the White House ornament every single year. It's finished in 24 karat gold. They're $25. You can purchase those on our website and then pick up at our office until they're gone. But we're very proud. We're in the clear for, covering our costs now that we've sold over 200. In October, we opened Main Space, which is our co-work space. We received a grant from TVA to purchase all of our technology and our furnishings. We have 5 micro offices. We have memberships for 3 out of the 5 of those offices already in just a month. So we're very excited to be able to support Always Endure as a nonprofit member. We have a travel agent, Andrea and Eric Davis for Travelmation. And then just our most recent membership was Vita Locken, and she is an immigration specialist. She helps our local farmers sponsor people to come to the United States to work during planting and harvest season. So she has people come from all over the state of Tennessee, and we're very excited for her to be able to bring in those clientele for them to see Fayetteville. Because when they walk to lunch at Cahoots, they pass by a lot of our shops and they think, oh, this town is so cute, I want to come back and shop. So we're very excited that we have also been able to host events for 2 other nonprofits. The Fabulous 50s used our space back in October, and then also Junior's House held an event there in October as well. We have a micro retail space, and we have like a cube of 12 different cubes where we feature 12 local Lincoln County businesses. So the idea behind that is, maybe their business is so small they don't have enough inventory or enough capital to open a brick and mortar, but they still want to share their products with Lincoln County, especially, when first Saturday season is not in swing. So we're very excited that all 12 of those have been reserved to feature Lincoln County made products, from earrings to fudge. We've had caramel apples in there, crocheted items, soaps, shampoo bars, really neat stuff. And I buy something from there every single week. So we're very excited. We hope y'all stop by for that. And we also have a display in our office for members' business cards and rack cards. So we're on the move trying to fill that up. So if any local business would like to drop things off our office, we will be sure to put them in our rack display. We received a Launch Tennessee grant for $15,000 from their community partner program. This was to supplement as a second cohort to our food and beverage program. So in total, we've received $40,000 in grants to support food and beverage. This included existing food and beverage businesses as well as those who want to start up a food and beverage business. So I know that our assigned consultant has worked with 2 restaurants from the ground up that hopefully will be coming soon in Lincoln County in possibly one downtown, all the way from kitchen design, table layout, and working on some financing options now. So we're very excited with how our food and beverage program is moving in the right direction. We helped launch the Fayetteville Mom September 1st, Ashley Crabtree. We've worked with her to establish a monthly calendar of all the kid-friendly and the mom-friendly events in Fayetteville. And this is also a way to target some of the younger demographic within our area. We had a Mom's Timeout Bingo Night in October, and it was a sold-out event. We sold 40 tickets. That's the maximum capacity for our space. And we will be hosting a cookie decorating class in January. We had a survey that night of what the moms would want to do next, and cookie decorating won. So there were a lot of new faces, and that's one of the great things about some of the events that we've had recently. Lots of new faces that I've never seen before at a Main Street event. So we're definitely broadening our demographic and those who are supporting Main Street. We had Spirits for the Spirits in October. We sold over 60 tickets, and we were able to highlight 5 different businesses around the square that night. Earlier in the day, we had the Rose Hill Cemetery stroll. And then later that night, after our Spirits for the Spirits, we had a flashlight tour, which was the most fun, I think, of the evening. They had roaming spirits in the cemetery, and we were able to raise over
I saw a
400
ghost.
Yeah. Well, my lights on my car wouldn't go home when I got home. Mr. Owens, did you sleep with your lights on that night? Because I was pretty scared. Yeah. But we were able to raise over $400 for cemetery restoration, and that will go towards Rose Hill. And then they had also raised some, in addition to those ticket sales, to go towards the Ringo Cemetery restoration. So I know, Ms. Dorothy, you contributed to that. So we're going to work with them. Hopefully they'll be able to start a nonprofit so they can have their own little cemetery restoration pot, and we will definitely help with that. After that, the following weekend, we participated in the volunteer fire and rescue trunk or treat. We had a glow party on the bandstand. We gave out exactly 600 glow sticks to the kids, and we brought our speaker over from our office. Jacob had helped us pick out a speaker that would reach across the square, and we surely did. We played Halloween music, and the kids had a great time dancing with their glow sticks on. Our Youth Leaders Council started back up in September. In September, we talked about Main Street and our goals for downtown and for Lincoln County. In October, it was City Government Day, so thank y'all so much for those that spoke to our students that day. This Thursday, they'll be learning about historic preservation. We're going to have a guest speaker, Sarah Elizabeth McLeod, from the South Central Development District. We're also going to host a high school happy hour at Java Road from 3 to 5. So one of the things that we've talked about with our kids, our students, our young adults, they have nowhere to go after school to do homework or to hang out other than the Walmart parking lot. So I called Sheila at Java Road, and I was like, hey, would you be interested in hosting a high school happy hour? So from 3 to 5, they can come do their homework, they can play board games, they can pick a guitar, whatever they want to do. And it'll be drinks only. The kitchen will be closed, but they can have some grab and go items to go with their drinks. And then Main Street's also going to sponsor the first 15 students to get a drink for free. So if anyone would like to sponsor any students in addition to that, please let us know. And the great thing about that is once I posted on our social media, another business owner reached out to me and said, how do I become a part of this? So the first 20 students will also receive incense coupons from Valerie at Young Vintage. So hopefully that will get them into her business, and they'll be able to see exactly what she has to offer. Thank you to our students on the Youth Leaders Council. They have been so helpful in all of our events that we've had. They've helped decorate, they've helped set out markers, check in vendors. They have been an absolute joy already this year, and they have far exceeded my expectations. So I'm very proud of the students that are represented from Fayetteville High School and from Lincoln County High School in Riverside. I can tell them ABC, and they get all the way to Z in a better fashion than I could. Very, very talented students, very proud that they came out of our local schools. Let's see, sorry, y'all. We had Christmas dinner on Main a couple of weekends ago, another sold out event. We sold 75 tickets. It was a progressive dinner through the building, the KP building. And throughout that dinner, we were able to highlight 11 different local businesses, not just from the food, but also the businesses that occupied those spaces. So they were able to talk about their business and what they offer for Lincoln County. We absolutely know we're going to have to do it next year, and I'm already working on a menu for it. So it keeps me awake at night, how to top that event, because it was absolutely perfect. We became American Express Neighborhood Champion again this year. For Small Business Saturday, which is going to be November 25th, we'll have food trucks on the square. American Express also sends us Shop Small signs that we'll be getting out to our local businesses this week. And each customer on Small Business Saturday, the first customer will receive a bag at participating merchants, which will be our Main Street members, not just on the square, but we're also going to take some of the bags out to our members in the county. We unfortunately did not receive the Downtown Improvement Grant. I have requested notes on that application. We just found out last week. So hopefully we can improve and apply again in the spring. And I would, greatly appreciate y'all considering it for the resolution in the spring. We had received some tourism numbers from Mayor Newman that Lincoln County's tourism is up. Was up in 2022, which contributed to $197 in tax revenue per household. So we're hopeful that Main Street can keep the momentum going with tourism. Upcoming dates, I have a lot, I'm sorry. So as I said, this Thursday, we have historic preservation for our Youth Leaders Council. And then the high school happy hour is this Thursday. We're also hosting a local boot camp at our office, which will help people, help businesses with their digital marketing. A lot of businesses think, okay, if I do great on social media, I really don't have to do much on my website or even have a website. But websites rank higher on Google. So a lot of times when people Google businesses in our community, it takes them to our website because we feature them on their website or on our website. So we'll help them build a Google profile so they're more searchable, and several other things with e-newsletters and things like that in a 2-hour boot camp. As I said, the 25th is Small Business Saturday. November 30th, we're having our Love Thy Neighbor mixer at Carousel Horse Antiques and Home Decor. December 2nd, we'll have a confetti pop at 10 a.m. to celebrate the businesses at the Park City Plaza. There are 4 different businesses in that location, and several of them are celebrating anniversaries. Our last event of the year, thank the Lord, is going to be a New Year's Eve celebration at the museum, and Midnight Jane is going to play from 9 to 12. We're very excited for this, to have something for people to do for New Year's in Fayetteville rather than driving to Nashville or driving to Huntsville. We'll have a lot of fun here in town. And we're also looking for volunteers to be designated drivers that night. So, the first of the year, we'll start out with our cookie decorating class for the Mom's Time Out, followed by a social media workshop the 18th of January with the Villes Macy Corder. She's been working with some local businesses on their social media, and it's amazing the difference that she has already made. Our Love Thy Neighbor mixer in January is at Norman Furniture on the 25th. Then we'll have the Chocolate Walk February 3rd, and there's several other things on this list, but I'm tired of talking. So we, of course, Saw Burger Festival is April 20th, and we have already been working on that, working on a script for Jacob. Jacob is going to be one of our MCs for the day, so we're very excited. And then within the next couple of weeks, we're going to have a big surprise for the community that Jacob and I have been working on, and we can't wait. So I'm done talking unless you'll have questions, I think.
Now, does the board have anything to say?
I'm excited for the announcement.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Amy.
All right, thanks, y'all.
Thank you so much.
Next up, we have Lincoln County Emergency Management Agency, Director Doug Campbell.
Thank you, Mayor and Alderman, for giving us just a few minutes here. If I may, I'd like to ask Chief Kimbrough to the podium with me.
I know it's pretty slow. I mean, well, it is what it is, I guess.
Our fire EMA committee wanted to express thank you to the support that we received, and we drafted up a letter I'd like to read to you. It says, "The massive fire that blazed at the Palitech manufacturing shop on the morning of September the 21st, 2023 brought mutual aid from multiple agencies from surrounding counties as well as our neighboring state from Alabama. Every day it is Lincoln County Volunteer Fire Rescue's duty to provide help and safety to our community, and we do that. But on this day, we found ourselves on the receiving end. Throughout the year, local fire departments depend on each other for assistance. The ability of the fire department to provide quality service to their communities is dependent on community support and mutual aid systems. The aid received ranged from manpower, equipment, traffic control, and tireless assistance without reservation. And without these brave men and women, we could have lost so much more. On behalf of the Lincoln County EMA Fire Commissioners, we would like to take this opportunity to thank these agencies who answered the call for mutual aid. And Chief Kimbrough showed up. I think we had 11 of the city firefighters out there, plus himself and Assistant Chief Bergman. And we really appreciate it. And we'd like to present, this is signed by all the committee members and myself, and I'd like to present this to Chief Kimbrough. Thank you, sir.
Madam Mayor and Board of Aldermen, I'd like to also address, before you leave, I'd like to say one thing along with Chief Kimbrough as well. There was a fire out on Kelsa Road, out in Kelsa. And the Flintville Fire Department, and along with Vantown, along with Park City, city wasn't unfortunately there, but that's okay. But there was some things taken care of out on Mama, what was that place called? There you go, Till Holla. Sorry, out on Till Holla. And y'all got there quick, took care of it, and got it out before a propane tank could explode out there. And on behalf of my family, myself, the Lincoln County volunteer firemen, and I can only imagine what the board can say as well. Thank you for your service. Thank you for the things that you've done, because I think I saw you out there as well. You did a great job. Your team did a great job. And as the Palitech fire, not only did your service and all the services around in Lincoln County with Tony Kimbrough's services as well, I can't think of a better fire department, not in the county or the city, that could do a greater job than any of y'all have ever done. So again, my hat's off to y'all. Thank y'all for the great things that y'all have done, not only for myself and my family, but for the city of Fayetteville and Lincoln County. Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
This brings us to our standing committee reports. First up is Fire Department Chief Kimbrough.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. For the month of October, the fire department responded to 121 calls of service, which included 100 EMS runs, 7 MVAs, and 1 fire. And that would be my report for the month. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have Police Department Chief Barry Pendergrass.
Thank you, Mayor. Last month, we responded to 798 calls for service. We made 27 arrests, issued 36 citations for 53 different violations. We worked 45 traffic accidents with 5 with injuries. And that's my report.
Thank you, sir. Item C, Finance Department Director Loretta Garner.
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor. Our software conversion nearing completion. We still have quite a bit of work to do. We did get, as of today, all of the credit card readers have been installed. We have one additional one at the police, one additional one at the recreation center, and the 2 that we have had here at City Hall. Future needs is we may need to have another one added onto that as time goes on. For our local option sales tax, I did do some further review on that. I originally had included both the local option sales tax and the state shared revenue. So I split that out so you can see the difference. It is a decrease in September for sales tax. However, I have noticed that when I looked at October's numbers, it looks like that October is going to rebound and help make up some of that loss for September, which is a big relief. Occupancy tax still remains down about 1% to 2% per month. That seems to be kind of a trend. Luckily, that doesn't amount to large numbers of dollars in our budget, so it won't be quite a shock to our budget, but it is something that it's a concern that there is a decrease instead of an increase. But maybe with some of these events that we're having, that maybe we can see that turn around some. Do I have any other questions?
Thank you. Okay, and Recreation Department, Director Nathan Browning.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Been a good 6 weeks, 5 to 6 weeks. We were able to get the farmer's market roof repaired. Christmas lights are up with some new additions this year. Tennis ball, the tennis court, pickleball. We are in the works of working through that, getting close to get that playable again. Trunk or treat was a very good success. A lot of kids turned out for that. Thank you for the community who showed up and up to South with the EMS and the police department, fire department. The Christmas parade is its own par for success. We have folks turning in applications every day. So looking for a good turnout for a Christmas parade. Baseball and softball policy, we're re-implementing the policies where basically if you want to rent a ball field, just come see us and we'll be able to get you into a ball field. I know a lot of that's wrapping up right now, but we're going to start taking in some funds to help build those fields back up. Our athletic boards for baseball and softball and soccer have been established. Those folks are working hard now to get ready for spring. We're looking to bring volleyball to the rec center, a recreation department activity for young people. We just hired a new office coordinator, Jade Dawes, on the 23rd of October. She's doing a wonderful job. We're making gun range improvements every day. I think in just a few more weeks, we'll be able to put a stamp on that. Scoreboard, power supply to soccer field. We're in works now with FPU. They've been gracious enough to work with us, and we'll have that completed soon. And our VFW bricks, we're looking for a good place to help celebrate the veterans, and that's in a process now. So we should have that hopefully wrapped up on the location soon. And without any questions, that's my report.
Thank you.
Nathan, I just want to say, like I told you in committee and I told you in work session, the job that you have taken on and the mission that you are taking a hold of, man, my hat's off to you. Thank you for the great things that you have planned. I'm looking forward to the great things that we're going to move forward with. And, like I said, we're going to tackle the mission together and we're going to accomplish it together. So let's do it.
Public Works Department, Director Eddie Plunkett.
Month of October, we had 253 ton of trash, 139 ton of brush, 14 ton of leaves. That's my report, Mayor.
Thank you.
Eddie, are you still short or are you doing okay?
I'm one short right now.
One short? Well, at least you're not five.
Right.
Right. All right. Good deal.
Planning and Coast Department, Director Christy Gentry.
Thank you, Mayor. 13 permits were issued in the month of October. The total project valuation was $631,906. The total permit fees were $2,056. Work has ceased on the remodel of the old Taco Bell building. An engineering report deemed that the remaining part of that structure is unsafe, so they secured the site, and the owner plans to do a full demolition in the very near future, but they do plan at this time to build back. 48 violations for property maintenance were written in October. We have 3 condemnation hearings set for this Thursday, November the 16th, for 1013 Campbell Street West, 410 Algeria Street, and 1008 Locust Street. At our October Planning Commission meeting, officer elections were held. Jim Donaldson was elected chairman, Craig Carmichael vice chairman, and Dr. Mike Carey was elected secretary. 2 minor plats were also approved at that meeting. It was the John Noble minor plat and the Neil Patel minor plat. We held a BZA meeting on October the 31st. The property owner at 1010 Highland Drive was granted a variance on a side yard setback for an accessory structure. He is building a detached garage to match his existing house. And then lastly, I want to reiterate what Ms. Carolyn Denton said earlier in her report and extend a thank you to all departments throughout the city for their dedication and hard work all weekend to pull off the Host of Christmas Past. They did a lot of preparing early in the week last week, and it made the day of the event, Friday and Saturday, run very smoothly. And I wanted to add the new Sparky costume was a huge hit for the kids in the Kids Zone. I know that was purchased with grant funds, and that was a very successful thing for the city. I know it will be very beneficial in the schools and community events. And that's my report.
Thank you.
Who was in the Sparky costume? Was it Davey? Oh, okay. Hey, man, we got to start somewhere. I was the Googling geezer. Come on, I got you. So.
Okay, we're going to move to the city administrator's report. Mr. Owens?
Good evening, Madam Mayor and Board of Aldermen. You should have my October report in your package, but as we work to close out this calendar year, we're starting work on the 24-25 budget preparation. So when we come into year 24, we will start working on preparing for that particular budget. So we'll be ready to start fairly early. But also we're looking daily at the multimodal grant. We are hopeful and we are expecting word to come in November, whether we will receive. And as you may remember, if we do that, we can address some of our additional sidewalk issues. Staff is working really hard on morale issues across the city, all the way around employee morale issues. So we're doing certain exercise throughout the remainder of the year to address some more morale issues, as well as talking with departments and seeing what we can do as a whole to work for our employees. We'll be working all the way throughout January 1st in order to get our animal control services in full operation. At the present time, we are doing mostly emergencies. Staff, the limited amount of staff we do have, they've been doing very well, being responsive, but we're in the process now of ordering supplies, trying to get a facility secure, which we will be using ours at the moment, the current facility owned by the city and the county, as well as doing some additional training. So we're working very hard to make sure that as of January 1st, we will be able to return back to full service animal control. And also finally, just to let everybody know, on Thursday, I reported that we were in the process of getting the contract signed from Adams, our bidder that won the sidewalk project. They have signed right now, and that is in the process of getting to us for signature. And we will be announcing the date for the pre-construction, which should be in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So that is moving. We found getting everything in order so they can move, and hopefully we'll have something start the action very soon. And that concludes my report unless there's any questions.
Thank you, sir. There's no unfinished business tonight, so we're going to move right on to the new business. Item A is permission to sell a 1996 GMC truck. This vehicle comes out of the Public Works Department. It is not repairable and not in any condition to sell to the public due to safety reasons. Do I have a motion for permission to sell?
I'll make a motion. We allow the Public Works Department to sell that 1996 GMC truck for scrap.
Second. We have a motion by Alderman Bryant, second by Alderman Small. Any discussion? Can we call the vote?
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Miss Allen? Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Motion carries. Item B, Resolution R-2023-23. This is to apply for funding for the new tower fire truck. You'll find in your package this application or this resolution, and it's for a 20-year term and at 3.875%. Do I
To approve, Mayor.
Second.
have a motion by Alderman Allen, a second by Alderman Martinez. Any discussion? Call for it, please.
Miss Allen? Mr. Bryant? Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Aye.
Ms. Small? Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item C, Resolution R-2023-24. This is to apply for a grant for a canine purchase. This comes from the police department. This is in your package also. This, one of our canine dogs is getting to the age of retirement, so this is to replace that dog. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
A motion made by Alderman Painter, second by Alderman Alder. Is there any discussion? Call for it.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Aye.
Ms. Small? Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Miss Allen?
Motion carries. Item D, this is Resolution R-2023-25, and this is a resolution to accept the Safe Haven Baby Box. This comes to us from the Leadership Lincoln Class of 23-24. We have in the audience with us tonight, Mr. Samuel Morris, and he's the president, is that correct, of Leadership Lincoln. And what they are doing is proposing as their class project to provide a safe haven baby box at the fire department property. And they will also cover the fees of the installation and the maintenance for up to a period of 10 years. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Alderman Martinez, second by Alderman Painter. Any discussion on this item? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Aye.
Ms. Small? Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Miss Allen? Mr. Bryant?
Motion carries. Item E, Resolution R-2023-26. This is FPU DWB 2024-263. This is a resolution authorizing FPU for a loan. This is for water line replacement, if I'm correct. This is $15,200,000 with a 51% forgiveness of this loan. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Small, second Alderman Bryant. Is there any discussion on this item? Call the vote, please.
Mr. Painter?
Aye.
Ms. Small? Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Miss Allen? Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
This is item F, Resolution R-2023-27. This also is, it comes through FPU as DWB 2024-264. This is similar to the resolution that we just passed. And this one is for water treatment plant improvement. And the cost of this loan will be $1,800,000. This one also is a forgiveness of 51%. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Alderman Alder, second Alderman Martinez. Any questions or discussion? Call the vote, please.
Ms. Small? Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Miss Allen? Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item G, this is Resolution R-2023-28. This comes to us through FPU. Item number DW8, 2024-26. This resolution is authorizing FPU to apply for a loan in the amount of $800,000. This is for engineering cost on the previous two resolutions. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Martinez, second by Alderman Small. Is there any discussion or questions on this item? Call the vote, please.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen? Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye. Motion carries. Item I, this is, I'm sorry, H. Ordinance 2023-13. This is to amend Title I, Chapter 1 of the Municipal Code.
Mayor, I would like to see item H be removed tonight for further discussion to the regular committee.
I'd like to amend his motion to ask that this item be postponed until further study in light of information that we've gotten and received, until it goes back to the committee and for Mr. Hill to look into the Tennessee code that was handed to us as we see it.
Second. We have a second on that. So we have a motion to postpone and we have a second on that. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, let's talk about it. So I'd like to say, and I would like to have the floor if any way possible for this, just to kind of tell the board exactly where I am on the situation and also to talk to the citizens. First and foremost, I'd like to say, I believe in the future of farmers with the faith born not of words, but of deeds, achievements won by the present and past generations of farmers, and the promise of better days through better ways, even as the better things we now enjoy have come to us from the struggles of former years. Now, I'm an agriculture guy. I grew up in agriculture. My great-grandfather is a retired, unfortunately passed away many years ago, was a retired farmer. And I know there are some people on this board that is from agriculture. And I know what it's like to birth a calf. I know what it's like to go out and collect eggs. I know what it's like to be a farmer. As you can tell, I know what it's like to be in agriculture and to put upon this board and to put upon the citizens, because the actions of, not actions, but the uncircumstances of one particular individual, people that have done the things that they have done in this town ever since 1809, what Fayetteville is a part of, what Lincoln County is a part of. If you have 100 chickens or 90 chickens or 30 chickens or whatever that you have in your domain, in your property, if your realtor told you that you could have that many in the city of Fayetteville, well, unfortunately, that's not on us. That is on your realtor, in my beliefs. We have ordinances for a reason. Our ordinances state that you cannot have this many fowl or livestock or any type of livestock for that matter within 1,000 yards or 100 or whatever it is from a public street. And this is where I've made my point to where we can, if we are doing fowl in the city of Fayetteville with our 4-H kids and our our agricultural development place. If you're in the city of Fayetteville and you're a kid doing chickens, then hey, why don't we do it at the city school system? City school system has a lot of money. Why don't we do something there at the city school system? That way we can keep it away from being inside our city dwelling. But if you're on the outskirts of the city of Fayetteville, I'm sorry. I hate that your realtor told you that. But unfortunately, our ordinances are what our ordinances are. Now, I can contact, some people at the state agricultural area. We can go through there. And I agree with Mr. Martinez and Ms. Dorothy about going back a while, but to actually say a no to all agriculture in the city of Fayetteville, what we are known for, not only in Fayetteville, but for Lincoln County, is a detrimental thing to our society. And that's not only talking for some of the people here, but for majority of the people that thrive and make money off of their livestock, their chickens, their cows, their whatever they have, and who have been compliant with their ordinances. And I do, I know what it's like. And, like I said in the very beginning, I know there are some people on this board that know what it's like to be a part of agriculture. I'm an agriculture person. I believe in the city of Fayetteville. I believe in Lincoln County, and Lincoln County is known for its agriculture. The state of Tennessee states that we are more known for agriculture than we are for anything. And I believe that if we as a board go back as a team, look at it, go over it, look it over and go over what the state says and what we can comply with, I think we can make this a little bit better than what it is for what we already have with the ordinance that we have. And Mr. Hill, even if that is going over and rewriting something and changing it, because I'd like to say something if I may, and I'll stop talking. But back a long time ago, 1938 to be exact, it says W.W. Wakefield Jr. to J.N.O. M. Jordan. Now, this is in our state legislator, and it is still written to this day. So it just goes to show that things can be changed. And this is absolutely, I think it is horrendous of what this says, but it says, no person or person of race other than white shall be eligible to own, use, or occupy any building or lot except servants employed by any owner or tenant on the premises. Now, in section 8, it says that all restrictive covenants as set forth previously as of above shall not continue use with the land until January 1st of 1964. If this stuff is still stated in our legislature in the state of Tennessee, we can change what has been said and we can make it right for everyone. And I would hope that the board will agree to that. So thank you so much.
I have a question for the clerk, please. I have a question for the clerk. Would you go ahead and reread the motion and who made it, and the second, and who made it to the main motion, and then the amendment and the second to the amendment? Would you?
Okay, what I have recorded is that on ordinance 2023-13, that Mr. Martinez made a motion for it to move to go back to committee.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was an amendment to postpone to have John Hill go back and review and to go to committee, and that was made by Alderman Small and seconded by Alderman Allen.
Mr. Martinez needs a second on his main motion. And I second that motion. Thank you.
Okay, we have a motion. We have an amendment to the motion. We have a first and second. Is there any discussion on the amendment?
Yeah, vote on the amendment first.
Any discussion?
First.
Okay. And if not, then the amendment, the motion may vote.
Vote on amendment first, and then vote on his motion, main motion. Do the amendment first, and then vote on the main motion.
Okay. All right, so Pam, will you call the roll on that?
Yes. Ms. Allen? Aye. Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Aye.
Ms. Small? Aye. Mr. Alder?
Now, the main.
No, that amendment passes. We're going back to the main motion, and we have a first and a second. Is there any discussion on that? Hearing none, we will vote. We call for the vote.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Aye.
Ms. Small? Aye. Mr. Alder? Ms. Allen? Aye.
Motion carries. This item will go back to the committee for further discussion. Item I, this is an invoice from Croy Engineering for additional bid services on the sidewalk project. You have the invoice in your package. Do I have a motion to pay this invoice?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Painter, second by Alderman Alder. Is there any discussion?
Is this the right amount? It's $2,365. Is that the correct amount?
That's the correct amount. Yes, sir. We verified it. Initially, we were off a couple hundred, but it is the amount we plan to pay. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Call for the vote, Pam.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Aye.
Ms. Small? Aye. Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen? Aye. Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
This motion carries. Item J, move animal control money from appropriations to operations. You have in your package the figures on the total budget appropriation was $75,000. There have been expenses to this account in the amount of $22,918. That leaves a balance of $52,082 to move to operations, and we would pay for animal control out of that operation account, and then there will be reimbursement for the county for their portion.
So moved.
I have a motion by Alderman Bryant,
Oh, sorry. Second.
second by Alderman Painter. Is there any discussion on this animal control item? Can we call the roll?
Mr. Painter?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen? Mr. Bryant? Mr. Martinez?
Motion carries. Item K, this is for, we have a certificate of deposit in the amount of $200,000 that matures November the 14th. Our finance director obtained rates with Bank of Lincoln County coming in at the highest rate of 5.2%. Do I have a motion on this certificate?
So moved. Second.
Motion made by Alderman Alder, second Alderman Painter. Is there any discussion on this item? Can we call the roll?
Ms. Small?
Aye.
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen? Mr. Bryant?
Yeah.
Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item L, this is the fire department pay scale correction in our previous budget and process. We used the incorrect number of hours. It was, they used 109 and it should be 106. This, it does not change the annual pay of the firefighter, but it's just a few cents difference that needs to be caught up for the books, financial. So do I have a motion on this motion?
So moved.
Second. Okay, so we have a motion by Alderman Painter, second by Alderman Allen. Is there any discussion? Can we call the roll?
Mr. Alder?
Aye.
Ms. Allen? Mr. Bryant? Mr. Martinez?
Aye.
Mr. Painter?
Aye.
Ms. Small?
Motion carries. Item M, this is a request to purchase 10 additional next-gen licenses. We currently have 10. The company sells this in a package of 10. So this is to purchase 10 additional licenses on our financial software. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Alderman Alder, second by Alderman Painter. Any discussion? Can we call roll?
Ms. Allen? Mr. Bryant? Mr. Martinez? Mr. Painter? Ms. Small? Mr. Alder?
Motion carries. Item N, this is for Bright Lights and Festive Night event permit. This is December the 1st. This is at Stonebridge Park. Do I have a motion?
So moved, Madam Mayor. Second.
I have a motion by Alderman Painter, second Alderman Alder. Is there any discussion on this event? Can we call the roll?
Mr. Bryant? Mr. Martinez? Mr. Painter?
Aye.
Ms. Small? Mr. Alder? Ms. Allen?
Motion carries. We're, item O, I would just like to announce that, I have appointed Frank Hughes. Frank is a local businessman here in Fayetteville, to the Planning Commission. This appointment is to replace, the vacated seat of Ms. Ravina Wade. Her term expired in August, and she was a dear person and a valuable asset to the Planning Commission, as I'm sure that Mr. Hughes will be also. So we welcome him. And then we have item P. This is a proclamation for the Family Court Awareness Month. And if you will allow me to read this proclamation. Whereas the mission of the Family Court Awareness Month is to increase awareness on the importance of a family court system that prioritizes child safety and acts in the best interest of children. And whereas this mission of the Family Court Awareness Month is fueled by the desire to create awareness and change in the family court system for the conservatively estimated 58,000 children a year ordered into unsupervised contact with physically and sexually abused parents, while honoring the hundreds of children who have reported as murdered during visitation with dangerous parents. And whereas the mission of the Family Court Awareness Month is to increase awareness of the importance of the base education and training on domestic violence, childhood trauma, child sexual abuse, coercive control, post-separation abuse for all professionals working on cases within the family court system. And whereas this mission of the Family Court Awareness Month is to increase awareness on the importance of using scientifically valid, evidence-based treatment programs and services that are proven in terms of safety, effectiveness, and therapeutic value. Whereas the mission of the Family Court Awareness Month is to educate judges and other family court professionals on evidence-based, peer-reviewed research. Such research is a critical component to making decisions that are truly in the best interest of children. This research includes CDC study, the Adverse Childhood Experiences Study, the National Institute of Justice funded study, Child Custody Evaluators' Beliefs About Domestic Abuse Allegations, and the GW Law School Institute of Justice founded study, Child Custody Outcomes in the Case Involving Parental Alienation and Abuse Allegations. Now therefore, I, Donna Hartman, Mayor of the City of Fayetteville, hereby declare every month of November to be Family Court Awareness Month. I encourage all of the residents to support their local community's efforts to prevent the harm of children in the hands of family members and to honor and value the lives of children. Thank you. At this time, we'll turn to our board for closing comments. Alderman Martinez.
I don't have a whole lot, but I do want to thank the crowd that came out tonight. Thank y'all. I like seeing a big crowd, and I appreciate everybody coming out tonight.
Alderman Painter.
Yeah, I'll also, hit on what Mr. Martinez said. I want to thank everybody that came out. Also want to thank our first responders, our fire department, our police department, as well as our farmers that are here tonight, people that own property here in the city of Fayetteville. If it weren't for people like y'all, we couldn't have the things that we have. And my hat's off to every single one of you. Even if you own property in the county, own property in the city, you are a Fayettevillian, you are a Lincoln Countyan, and I respect you more than you know. Thank you so much.
Ms. Moss.
I'd like to welcome aboard Dustin Ward. Congratulations to him. I'd like to congratulate the chamber and everyone involved and everyone that you mentioned for a successful host of Christmas past, and I'd like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Alderman Alder.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who helped put on the host this last weekend, and the community for coming out. It was a great event.
Alderman Allen.
I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Alderman Bryan.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and the recognition here to our fire department, and I don't know if the police department's involved in that terrible fire out on Huntsville Highway, and also like Bethel Bucket Utilities, our own city utility. They did a lot of work out there that night, and did a very good job, and I just want to thank all of them.
And I would like to say to Carolyn, thank you for the host of Christmas past. It was a huge event, large crowd, lots of fun, and seeing everybody downtown was just very exciting. I would also like to say thank you to all the veterans. This past weekend was Veterans Day. Without you, we would not enjoy the freedoms that we have today. So thank you, and be sure to say that to a veteran when you get a chance. I would like to brag on the Veterans Day program at Lincoln County High School, which is a combined effort with the Fayetteville City Schools and Riverside Christian Academy. The students did an outstanding job. They spent a lot of time on this. Mr. Mike Keenan, a highly decorated veteran, was the guest speaker. He works very hard in a lot of different areas to support the veterans here in Lincoln County. I encourage all of you to make plans to attend next year. It's a very moving event. Also, I appreciate the street department, especially during this time of the leaves falling. Even with one truck down, they're still keeping our streets as clean as possible with the leaves. I looked up, and the average tree has over 200,000 leaves per year. So this is what is being picked up by our street department, and we appreciate that. I hope that everyone has a happy and Thanksgiving with your family and friends, and enjoy your time. Thank you. And this meeting is adjourned.
Happy birthday, Dan.
Is it your birthday?